evening. So today, as I was walking by, and I saw something so much intriguing that I've never seen it in my life. Have you ever seen something when it's growing, it's red, but when it has matured, it turns green? Let me show you that thing. It's a flower, but this flower, it gets when it's young, it's red, and then when it has already grown to maturity, it turns to green, and then when it matures more, it turns to yellow. Look at this. This is red, then this one is green, and when it matures more, it turns to yellow. And that one has come into my mind as one of the most strangest thing to understand, that we have different flowers as long as you have moved and walked in different areas. So for me, you see, like, we have very many indigenous flowers around, and it's one of the most amazing thing which can happen to a human being, to learn and to know that we have different types of flowers. Like, I think we need to have a simple chat. So if you put yourself into, if people could be maturing like this, we are fresh. I think this is how people mature. We are fresh when we are born. That's the red part. When we mature, we turn green. Now that's the time when we hustle. We have that energy. We have that motivation to push each and every day. Because when we are young, we don't have the motivation. We don't know what it is to be responsible. You don't know how to deal with people. You don't know how to operate with human beings. And that's the same thing. When we grow old, the greenest part of us, I can say the energetic part of us starts fading. Now that's the yellow part. And if we cannot utilize our green time, life becomes hard when we are yellow, when we are old. Hyping when we are still young, that's the reddish part. So that flower has taught me 3 good lessons. Enjoy your young, enjoy your youth, and then be ready for your elderly age. Because your elderly age, it will come. If you'll not have the time which you prepared it for, your old age is going to become tough on your side. It's not that I'm a motivational speaker, but it's some things you just learn from the work. Like, if you see these trees, these two here, the palm ones, it is believed that they only grow where the rich live. So my thing is, I want to plant it somewhere to see if it will grow or not. Because they usually say when a palm tree grows, that a palm tree cannot grow in a poor environment or where people are not rich. I don't know if it's real or if it's not, but I don't have experience with that, but I believe with time will tell. Time will tell, and if it grows, it means all the things which people have been saying, it's not true. Because see, that tree is not the same as the palm one. The palm and that one looks like it's having leaves like those ones of bananas. But mostly where I've seen these palm trees growing, mostly it is in estates, mostly where the rich live. And it's a little bit funny how the palm trees grow, because I don't know if they planted those flowers there, and that's even where I saw the first red, green and yellow flower. It's a little bit damning and a little bit crazy. And my question usually is, if things can be the way people usually think, why don't each and every person change their mind and think the way those people are thinking? I know it's not that each and everybody was born to be rich. You might be rich in terms of money, you might be rich in terms of wealth, you might be rich in terms of cars, you might be rich in terms of houses, buildings, land, but somebody might be rich in heart. Is somebody who is loving, is having something small but can share with others. And because if all of us will become rich, nobody is going to work for the other. And that's why I'm not a staunch believer that all of us, like in a family, we don't have a rich person. I believe in a family, there's that one person who is given that authority to be the head, despite of his age, his characters. Somebody can grow to be someone in a family without you realizing that this person is meant to be who he is. He'll have the authority, he'll have the love for each other, he'll have the positive vibes. So when this person who has been chosen to have the positive vibes, and if everybody could follow to have that positive mind in a family grows to a level of they grow, they love each other, they help each other in terms of financially. If anybody has a problem, they help. And that's what motivates me as a person, because I want to grow as a person. I want to grow finely. I want to grow with my family, my child. I want my child to know that his dad was there. Despite of him not being rich, he struggled tooth and nail to see me putting food on the table. Because each and everybody passes through difficult phases, and those phases are understandable. Because if I don't work hard, that means my family, it goes down, because I'm like the brains of that family. It's not that I'm beating my chest, no, not or like that, because that's who I am. Yeah, as I was saying, when a family has that one person who is making things happen, the best option is for all the family members to be there to assist that person to be able to achieve, because if he achieves more, it is for the benefit of the family. Maybe a stupid person is the only one who can let his family down. Because me, what I've learned and I've realized that life is not that serious the way most people think. And if you think the same way as the way we are thinking, it gives you an option of your family supporting you. And when a family supports you, you move into different directions as a person, because it opens doors. Yeah. So sometimes when you're working, just listen to people how they're speaking, and because these guys are a little bit funny, so that's why I was listening to them. Because for me, I would love, you see, a supportive family. It keeps each and every one on check. Even if one person has become successful and has decided to help others, if he's opening a business, they will keep that person on check. Because keeping that person on check, it helps, and it helps a lot and a lot. Because it opens doors for every family member to be a little bit well off and not to depend on each other. And that's my target as a person, because I've lived and understood each and every person has his own part to act on his family, on his own. Because if I work on my own, it gives me an opportunity for me to grow as a person. And if you grow as a person, you will not depend on anyone. You live your separate life. Be independent, be resilient in everything which you're doing, because sometimes challenges usually come. Because me, I've seen challenges. I've worked in different areas. I've worked in different industries. I've seen how things operate, and it has opened my eyes for me to realize that family is key. Family, it can drive you forward, and family can drive you back. And when you see a family has started driving you back, the only way for you to help yourself is to pull yourself aside, realize that this family is pulling me down. Let me open my eyes, start doing my own things, start doing my own. If you're into business, do your business. Don't involve a lot of family members, because some family members are there to bring you down. So for me, I've learned this through the hard way, because when my dad died, I will give you a story of how my dad died one day. It's a little bit funny and hectic. So when my dad died, I told all our family members, it's high time. Each and every person, the person who was keeping us on check was my dad, and the only person who was putting us together as family members, it's my dad. So our relationship has ended because they were depending so much. Now if you depend on me, I'm living in Nairobi. Each and everything for me to get, I need to buy: housing, rent, food, school fees for my child. And that's why most people, they ask me, why don't you have a second child? No, I will have a second child until first I see the first one, he's a little bit going to a good school, his health is fine, he's having each and everything he wants. Because I want my child to have that privilege, because my plan is to have something which is going to motivate me. I was taken to a public school. I don't want my child to go to a public school. I want him to go to a private school, at least, which is going to keeping me on check each and every time. And you see, as long as you have something which is motivating you and keeping you on check each and every time, you will have that motivation to push on, push on, push on, push on. Because me pushing on, it's giving me an opportunity to realize I'm not supposed to lazy out. And the way my child is, I cannot be settled down. I have to keep pushing myself each and every day. Because pushing myself, it is one of the best things which I will ever do for myself. That one is going to motivate me, to give me pressure, to give me the extra milestone for me to be who I am. Because sometimes you usually ask yourself, I love how these trees grow. See this and the palm ones, how they grow. It doesn't take like few years to grow. It takes time, patience for the person who has planted them. And that's how even human beings, we are supposed to be, having that patience, waiting for each and every person to grow on their own. Because I will water you today, that I will give you financial stance, but how will you motivate yourself? So I think you can see those plants, how they are dependable. So if a family is so much dependable on one person, you put that person down a little bit, because it's a little bit crazy and effortless. So I hope each and every person will become independent, not depending on one person for them to survive. So I want to put this one down, and for that, see you in the next vlog. So fruits, it's time to eat some fruits. So if each and every person becomes a little bit independent, it will not drain one person. Because draining one person, it stops him from being motivated. Because if you become so much dependable on your brother, maybe your sister, maybe your mother, they become so much drained in terms of finances, because you are not putting effort in doing something which maybe he trained you, maybe something which he decided to teach you. And because of time, you see, like having something that this is pumpkin, just depending on someone, it becomes too much. It drains that person mentally and physically. And it's time for me to go home. So I have to do some few things before I leave, like cleaning the place where I've been working, because keeping tidy a place where you have been working is one of the key factors. I usually tell someone you need to do. And then with that, please guys, don't forget to subscribe on this video, this channel. Watch the video from the beginning to the end. It helps me in one way or the other, and it keeps me motivated on me continue shooting these videos each and every day, because these are my stories. They're unfiltered. I tell you the way it is. I don't want anybody to feel pity for me, because this one is just like a documentary for me and my family, maybe one day when I will not be there, they will show people that our dad used to do this, my dad used to do this, your grandfather used to do this. And it's going to be an happy moment when I document my life, because some of us die, our grandfathers or maybe our grandfathers died when we never knew who they were. Luckily, like my grandson is unlucky, he never saw any of his grandfathers. My dad died in 2020. My child was born in 2021. And it motivates me. That's why I decided even me to produce this content as I share my life and my family, or with you guys, with your support. It keeps me motivated. It helps me to document, because not each and every person is very open on opening his life on the social medias, because this is a social media era. I understand, because even some people don't have pictures of their grandfathers, because me, the pictures which I have for my father, it is when I was still young, and one which I was not there, it was during the burial of his brother. So with that, guys, please just subscribe on this video, like, share and comment. Just leave a like, hit that notification bell. It doesn't take you much, it's just a minute, and less than even a minute, just pressing on that. So with that, peace, see you in the next vlog. Ciao.